I went from the heaviest I've ever been in my life, unsure about nutrition and exercise, just hoping I could somehow change my body and my life, to a smaller, more confident, healthier, fitter, happier version of myself in less than 6 months. And here's how I did it. Hey, my name is Ruth. If you don't know me, hey fam. If you do know me, thank you for coming back. I have like 82 subscribers right now and I'm calling you guys out because I appreciate you so much for being here. Yes, okay, so we're gonna get into my weight loss journey, how I lost 37 pounds. I literally already recorded this, but I wasn't feeling the last recording and I went so long. It took me forever to get my backstory over with. So we're gonna try this again and I'm really gonna get into like the tips on how I lost the weight. Maybe this will help you in some way, shape, or form. Don't forget to like and subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss any future uploads because you want to keep up with my journey. You do. All right, growing up I wasn't a big kid, but I wasn't like a tiny kid either. I had like the skinny arms, skinny body, but skinny arms, skinny legs, but I had a little belly. I remember getting insecure about that because all my friends were thin. They was skinny and I was not, and I remember like getting on the scale at one point and seeing 88 pounds and I thought I was fat. It was not a good situation. So from the ages of honestly like 7 until I was about 21, my relationship with food and my body was not great. It needed a lot of work. It's definitely venturing on disordered at some points. I remember at one point when I was young in high school, my parents were like concerned about how much I was eating because I wasn't really eating much. They're like, are you eating? Like, we're worried. And I was like, oh my god.
Are you saying I have like a problem or something?
Yes, ma'am, you do. But I didn't know that at the time.
I thought I was doing what I needed to do to get my body.
I was also on Tumblr a lot. There was a nice chunky few years where Tumblr was just very disordered and there's a lot of like pro-Ana stuff on there. I didn't see the pro-Ana stuff necessarily. I saw the stuff more so that was leaning on like gym culture, but also like not healthy in like a more disordered way. A lot of us have like this, have you been like in that space before? Nothing tastes as good as skinny feels.
Big yikes.
You don't need to hear this. None of us do. Especially throughout high school, I did a lot of the diets like people have heard of. Paleo, gluten-free several times.
I quit sugar a few times. Dairy-free, grain-free, 11 times.
That was mostly back in Canada. And then I moved down to Georgia in 2017. Sometimes it is still hard, bro. We're in 2023. Sometimes it's still hard. I love a lot of my friends back there. I miss you guys. So anyway, I had a lot of convenience foods very close by. Started young, now I'm on that ish up. Gained a little weight. Not that much though. I look relatively the same. But I was like, okay, this time I'm finally gonna lose the weight. And I did some unhealthy ventures, but I lost some weight. Did the lemon cleanse again. Lost a good chunk of weight. So I got down to the one like low 170s and I looked good. But I had no idea what I was doing. I didn't know how to maintain it. My relationship with food was, I think it's speak words. My relationship with food was at, I think it's absolute worst. I didn't know how to maintain anything. And then I put on weight again. I think I put all the weight back on. And then I started university the next year, 2019. Living on campus and I ate
everything.
Part of that was fueled by a lot of this deep loneliness. I wasn't making friends. I can relate to a lot of people in my classes. A lot of them were like, Arho. I was not, like that vibe was not really me. A lot of them were into like vaping and stuff and like some drugs. I've never been into drugs or vaping. I like my mom. They were also just younger than me. I was 20, I had a very different life experience. Grew up learning how to take care of people, having to take care of people. I got my younger siblings. I am the oldest sister. Also African, so different, like a cultural divide as well. A lot of these kids were just like American, very different upbringings. And again, they were 2 years younger than me. So just in a lot of ways, it's very different. Didn't relate to a lot of them. And yeah, I didn't do anything other than really just staying in my room. So I didn't have a great experience. My only semester living on campus, one and only, never going back. So yeah, the next semester I left. This first semester I was like, I'm dropping all my classes. I don't want to commute either. I'm not living on campus anymore. I'm just gonna work. Then COVID happened. I was still working, so I went from Starbucks to Outback. I was eating a lot of the food, making a good chunk of money, and sitting at home when I wasn't working. So I wasn't being very active, and yeah, I gained some more weight. Then I left Outback, gained more weight. I also started watching a lot of these like inspirational, like, oh, love your body, love food type YouTube channels. Watched a lot of Abby Sharp as well. Their message is definitely geared more so towards like smaller girls that are like fixing their relationship with food. The relationship with food part did help me, but I felt this guilt of wanting, like when I wanted to lose weight, I felt like I shouldn't feel like that, which I don't think is true at all, which I'll talk about a little bit later. And I was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna fix my relationship with food and my body, and then after we do all that, I'm gonna reconvene, reassess, and we'll see if I still want to lose weight. So I did that for about like close to a year. Early 2021, I was like, okay, I feel good about myself, I feel confident. I took some cute pictures, even cut my hair. I cut off my locks. I was like, I'm done with these. No, I felt great about myself, and I felt good around food. And I was like, all right, so do I want to stay like this? Do we want to stay like this for the foreseeable future? And the answer was a clear no. It was a no. And I don't look back at my old pictures and think, oh, Bambi.
Oh, Bambi, like she looks
terrible or whatever. I don't feel bad for myself because I know that girl, that young woman, is who was able to carry me to where I am today. I'm very grateful for her. But I also know that neither of us wanted to stay that size and be in that body forever. And I was like, we're gonna change. So my goal for the first half of the year was, or like a good chunk of the year, was just to get like into a better groove with like fitness and like exercise and get like a healthy relationship with that. Because I was also a little and I improved that as well. Started getting some advice from like good Instagram sources about weight loss and things like that, nutrition, learning more about calories. And then in October I was like, okay, we're gonna get into this damn thing, gonna lose this weight, gonna count calories, and we're gonna, you know, be in and out this calorie deficit. And that's not how it went. From October 2nd to December 17th, which was about 10 weeks, I only lost 6 pounds, which is good. I'm saying only, I say only though, because that is not the amount of weight that I wanted to lose. I wanted to lose much more in that time period, more like a pound a week, honestly. But considering a lot of things I was doing, like I wasn't getting enough steps and everything, I didn't really, I could set myself up for that amount of weight loss, but I felt like I was. It was difficult, and also I wasn't enjoying counting calories. I felt like a science experiment, like some kind of machine, you know, like I felt like I was looking at everything as a number, and that's how it gets for me when I count calories. Like I feel like everything's numbers, and like immediately I start to feel this like drag, like I'm not, it just doesn't feel good. Yeah, that was not a vibe, you know. I had this camp I was running end of December to early January. After this, I'm done counting calories. I'm just gonna, you know, have smaller portions and eat intuitively and mindfully, and we'll see what happens. So I think for the first like few weeks I didn't see a huge difference, but from January 3rd 2022 until from January 3rd 2022 to May 14th 2022, I lost 28 pounds. And this was not counting calories or anything. Like, to be fair, I did know in general how many calories were in things. I wasn't like ignoring the labels or anything like that, but I wasn't putting anything into a book or an app. I was eating what I felt like my body needed. I was listening to my hunger cues and eating smaller portions, and I lost 28 pounds in about 5 months. Now that you've heard the whole story and I've shown you the pictures, we are gonna get into exactly what I did to get the results. Because it's easy to say I didn't count calories in them.
Okay, bye.
See you next time. No. I'm not gonna do like that. I'm gonna tell you what I did. I hear people make these kind of videos and they don't get into the nitty-gritty. So let's get into what I did to lose the weight. Altogether, I lost about 37 pounds. The first thing, and this was like a big thing for me, and this isn't really methodology, but this is just like helped me feel like a person, like I could exist without worrying about food all the time, was not counting calories. I just need to say it again. Again, like I said, I counted them before, so I knew it was in food, but I just was done plugging stuff into an app in any way, shape, or form. I didn't do that. The next thing I did was smaller portions. So we have some smaller plates and bowls in our house. Not many, but there's one specific bowl that I love, this cute little bowl. That's the one even now that I try to grab whenever I'm eating food, and started using the smaller plates. Eat off of those, and I was like, okay, I'm done. I was eating enough. I was eating to the point of satisfaction, but I also realized that I usually ate more than I needed to and more than I wanted to anyway. But even like when I was counting calories, I was more so concerned about getting in my macros and calories than I was with what my body was telling me. That's another reason why I don't enjoy counting calories, just me personally. Another thing I did was stop going for seconds. Seconds were no longer a thing for me. I was like, we're not doing seconds anymore. I'm done with seconds. No more seconds. When I serve myself, I serve what I think I'm gonna need. After that, I'm done eating. And not to say that I only ever ate like one small bowl of food at every meal, not necessarily. I might have like that bowl and then like a small plate, but yeah, I just wasn't eating seconds. I wouldn't get up and go for seconds. When I finished my food, I went and washed my dishes, went about my day. Like, that was it for me. Listen, I also enjoyed food. I was also going out a lot with people, so I was eating out, but I was just like keeping those things in mind, like, okay, we're gonna go eat out today, we're gonna get pho, we're gonna get like ramen, or we're gonna get maybe burgers or something. So I'm gonna have my breakfast and then have maybe a snack in the afternoon, and then I'll have my dinner. Like, I'm not gonna have 3 full meals and then go for dinner, you know, just like being mindful of those things. Again, because I know how many calories are in the food. And sometimes I would check the calories for like a meal that I'm looking at, like the menu online or something, just to be like, okay, there's this much in it, so on and so forth. if that makes sense. Also, I wouldn't go out and then have this goal in mind to finish all the food. I'm that person in friend groups that takes forever to finish your food and never finishes. Especially when I'm with people eating and we're talking, I take so long to finish. So I almost always take my food home. Like if I finish my food, people are clapping at the table. Yeah, eating slower and not force myself to finish everything on my plate. I know a lot of us are raised that way. You can toss it out. Just take, you can listen to me right now. Toss it out. You don't need to finish all the food on your plate, okay? You are allowed to cover that edge up and then eat it later. Yeah, another thing was I made sure to enjoy the foods I loved in moderation. I didn't have much candy during this period, and candy is like my thing. But I didn't eliminate it completely, I just had less. I definitely quenched my sweet tooth, satisfied my sweet tooth with having things like 0-calorie sodas, like ice is my favorite. Also had more Coke Zero if I was going out. I wasn't like, I have to drink water. I was like, no, you can have water and you can have your Coke Zero. Just don't get, you know, Sprite or like root beer or whatever. That was like my thing. So swapping out those things. Yeah, the biggest thing for me in this time, like I was like, you know, I need to, after everything I've been through with food and with my body, all the suffering I've been through, all the struggle, I deserve to enjoy my life, enjoy food, and then also get the body that I want, you know? And you can do all those things. I know a lot of times it seems like you can't, like there's so many messages out there, like there's so many people telling you you can enjoy your life. You just have to understand that you can't enjoy it the same way you were enjoying it before, but you don't have to sacrifice everything. Like you can have things in moderation. You just have to figure out how, like what that means for you and how that looks for you. I feel like it's important to come at weight loss from a place of I'm happy with where I'm at, but I'd like to look smaller. I'd like to be smaller. Not I hate my body, I need to lose weight. Because you're not gonna love your body just because you lost weight. I can tell you from experience several times, that's not how it works. Save yourself the trouble, fix your relationship with your body and food, and then look at if you need to lose weight or not. Oh, also being more active. I was working at Starbucks at the time, so I was getting like 6,000 to 8,000 steps a day, and that helped with my steps because steps do matter. So yes, that's what I did to be smaller and to lose the weight, and I maintained my weight loss. I have gained some weight. That following summer, I was like, I'm enjoying my new body. I threw out a lot of those things I just told you. I was also eating out more after classes for like the first month of the semester, but I gained about like 10 pounds and I maintained that since then, give or take some fluctuations. So yeah, now I'm back into it. I am gonna start training for half marathon soon. I'm also doing 75 soft, drinking my water. And my goal is to lose another 30 pounds. Enjoy my food life. Like, I know some partners in crime, you know, doing the damn team together every day. And getting my steps in and everything. I'm lifting more now, adding more cardio. I'm trying to be the fittest I've ever been. Just, you know, just little things, just trying to be as fit as possible. I hope this video helps you. I hope that you've gotten something from this. I have my flaws. I'm imperfect. So I'm doing my best in this journey. I'm just trying to help you out in any way I can. Be sure to like, subscribe, and comment. Like I said before, comment, you know, where you are in your journey. If you want to start 75 soft / sustainable with me, I'm on day 12, but it's never too late to start, and I'm gonna cheer you on either way. Like, I don't care where you are. I don't care if you see this video in 2027 and you want to start. Let me know. I'm gonna cheer you on in the comments, okay? Let's be so around.
Heart that comment, okay?
Hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on future uploads and you keep up with me and my journey. And I will see you in the next one. Sending lots of love to you. Thank you for watching.
I don't really wanna waste my life on how you wanna get it on the brain.